Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, and welcome back to Baseball Hut 2. And hopefully you like this video. We'll talk about something I haven't talked about, and that's the Olympics. The Olympics, oh my God. My goodness. The Olympics. What's going on in the Olympics? Well, first of all, nobody's watching it. Secondly, it started out with this satanic opener, where all these men dressed up as satanic, demonic female clowns came out. Some of them naked, having children parading around. That's how it opened. Now on X and on YouTube, you cannot show any of these things because NBC has hit DMC strikes. And plus, they don't want to get out that all this stuff happened to open up the show, to open up the Olympics. The Olympics is supposedly about the great, international athlete, but that is not the case. What's going on in this Olympics? Complete total satanic rituals opened up the show. The mocking of Christianity at the beginning of the program. And today was another debacle at the Olympics. A young lady named Angela Carini was fighting against somebody that was born a man, and it did not go well. And thankfully, this young lady was able to be smart enough to end this fight within less than a minute. This is from Outkick.com. Olympic boxer, quote, pretending to be a woman pummels opponent in 46 seconds, makes her cry. Let's see what this had to say. Algeria's Ayman Khalif, the Olympic boxer who was caught last year pretending to be a woman after a series of DNA tests, entered the ring for the first time today in Paris. And I would mention the night of the Paris opener, the entire city lost power. I wonder why. I wonder what powerful being had the power to turn the lights off in a Sodom and Gomorrah city. I mean, really. And the fight lasted, to continue the article, and the fight lasted all 46 seconds. 46. Khalif disposed of opening round opponent, the Italian Angela Carini, so quickly that if you blinked, the fight was over. Just like that. Poof. Done. Like it never happened. Carini forfeit the fight after taking 2 shots to the head in the opening seconds. But when you have XY chromosomes, which got Khalif disqualified at last year's Women's World Boxing Championship, you tend to have a reach and strike like the one you're about to see. Now, I can't show you any of this. And in fact, everywhere it is very difficult to find some of the footage because NBC is taking it all down. But this is quite disgusting. And to see women getting their asses kicked in all these different sports, from swimming. There was also an incident with volleyball where a man was playing against women, and he spiked the ball again and hit a girl's head, a young lady's head, and she's now paralyzed. Let me continue the article. Ayman Khalif beats opponent in 46 seconds. I mean, what are we doing here? Earlier this week, Rayleigh Gaines said someone could be because of this. And you know what? She might not be wrong. Look at that. Look at that. Insane. This whole thing is crazy. Rayleigh Gaines lost out on a championship because she's a great swimmer to a man, someone that was born a man. This guy called himself Leah Thomas, who, by the way, was a failure in the men's swimming. This boxer, he's a failure. But because of this sort of dropping of all this inclusion nonsense, women and men should not be competing. Just due to the fact that the structural body type of a man is much stronger and thicker than a woman's. So that man hitting that young woman, Angela, is probably the force of a man hitting her, not a force of another woman hitting her. And I would mention also this, as an aside. I don't think women should get in the boxing ring even to fight themselves. I don't think they should be in MMA fighting, in my opinion. You know, and we have some great MMA fighters like Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey, but you know, I don't think that's good for them long term. Whether they want to have children, you know, what kind of lives they're going to have. And then this idea here that a man is going in to compete at an Olympic level. Now, this is a guy that clearly couldn't compete in the men's category. And then he had to sort of sidestep and politically maneuver himself, and he was caught. He was pretending to be a woman. He was in a situation, and he doesn't even look like one. None of them do. None of them do. No matter how much surgery they have done, how many hormones they pump into them. God made them a certain way. God made them to be men. God wants men to be men and women to be women. And as you know, Satan renounces gender. And then Satan's been all over this Olympics. You can see it. He renounces all this stuff. He always renounced it. But God was very clear in the Bible. Man is man and woman is from man. Never forget that. And of course, let me know what you think about this video. It's a little bit different for this channel. It's not such a serious channel, but this is sports. And when I talk about this is very disturbing. It's a very disturbing story. And at least this young lady was smart enough to end the fight. Because it could have gotten a hell of a lot worse. This young lady could have gotten herself killed. She was smart enough, and supposedly she had her nose broken. So those 2 punches that she took in the middle of this fight broke her nose. That should scare a lot of people, that even in that short of amount of time, with the full force of a man's power behind him, even if they're all hormoned up, they still have that DNA, those genetics of a man. And that power is still there. Never forget that. You don't want to get hit by, I don't even want to get hit by another man, by the way. But that's another story for another time. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. And of course, please subscribe to Baseball Hut 2, and I'll see you later.